E aí pessoal, beleza? Vamos lá. Vou fazer um negócio aqui que eu já tinha feito, mas...
You must truly savor my company, God. Would you rush perfection? It will be ready.
Tarquin's jaw tightens.
I dabble in all forms of learning, necromancy included. Can you really blame me for being talented? Can you really blame me when I'm forced to use my skills against my will? Who are you to judge me? Weren't you willingly trying to help those leeches? Those so-called gods? Their lust for power is the root of all misery in this world. But yes, I did it. I ushered Brachus Rex, the mad sorcerer king, back into the land of the living. I hope you'll admit, that is impressive. Dallas willed it, and I was in no position to refuse. She wanted to use Brachus to sniff out the Aeteran, to use a tyrannical king as her personal bloodhound, so she could get her hands on the most powerful purging device the world's ever seen.
She thinks she can control him. She is wrong. A creature like him will find a way to break his shackles. He must be eradicated. That's why I sought the pieces of Anátema. It's the only thing that can slay him.
What could possibly best the greatest act of necromancy ever performed? Reversing it. That's what.
Eu já tinha ganhado
Take Anátema and keep it close.
conquista, já tinha
Without it,
feito,
you
né?
are nothing to Brachus.
Vou lá com a coisinha aqui, mas não...
Hurry along now. Well, that's for you to just take care of yourself.
Ele ia falar com o Gert sobre o erro.
Godwoken, how can I help? I'll do what I do best. Hold things together. Those that remain still need a chief, so I'll attend to whatever needs attending to. I have no more surprises up my sleeve. I dare say you've had enough. It's a city at a crossroads. Volumes could be written about a single conflict, yet arcs endures an infinitude at once. It's from arcs that the Divine Order operates, so to speak, though you'll find its operations are as scattered as dandelion seeds in a cyclone. With both factions at odds, sorcery is not a pervading concern. Do not, however, assume that every paladin offers safe haven. The enemy of your enemy is not always a friend. We were naive. We needed a Godwoken to ascend, and we assumed that a Godwoken would merit ascension. Our error cost us dear. Many died. But the mistake did not ascend. For that we can be grateful. It was a painful lesson on the dangers of the Godwoken. But if the mistake did not ascend, perhaps Divinity would indeed alight on the most deserving. I hope this is the case, eh? Godwoken?
He exhales, a long release of pure relief.
His was a terrible story that leaves few of us covered in glory. But the story at least is over. And yours goes on. For that, I'm grateful. I pray we do not make the same mistakes again.
Não lembro qual que eu tinha pegado, eu acho que, se não me engano, eu peguei a armadura. Perfeito. Acho que aqui não
I
dei.
would prefer a more discreet arrival in arcs myself.
A pale young man gazes at the square, seemingly lost in his thoughts. His face and clothes are daubed in what appears to be red paint. Nearby, a canvas sits upon an easel.
I didn't just see it, I witnessed it. Now I must preserve it upon canvas for the generations to come.
He nods, a faraway expression on his face.
The great schism of the Divine Order and the ruination of Arx. This will be my masterpiece. I usually only display completed works, but, well, this painting's raw power is already plain to see. Here, feast your eyes.
He gestures to the canvas. It's completely covered in the same shade of red, layer after layer. It's sodden, dripping onto the cobbles.
Comentar que é apenas uma tela vermelha.
You see it. You truly understand it. Oh, blessed be your vision, and sorrow upon the past that bestowed it upon you.
Não é porque eu decidi só pela vermelha.
Red is the only shade that matters. Life and death, true passion from within the artist.
He tugs back the sleeve of his tunic to reveal a blood-soaked cloth bandage around his wrist.
Então, que diabos eu posso ter pintado com o próprio sangue?
It was my father's technique. He was the finest painter of his generation, and he used his own blood for his masterwork. The final panel of The Sacrifice of Lucian. He was also quite the sorcerer. Magic-infused blood can be used to produce the most vivid effects, if you're skilled enough.
Tarquin nunca terminou essa obra. Sangrando até a morte primeiro.
Self-preservation is a petty concern. I must put the spiritual above the corporeal. I must finish.
Eu não sei que ele pode ser sem
For the
uma.
most part. A copy can be seen at the Great Cathedral here in Arx. I visit frequently for inspiration. But the original panel, the one that my father used his blood to depict Lucian's final sacrifice, was given to Lord Kem a long time ago. He keeps it locked away somewhere in that mansion of his. A masterpiece like that should be on public display for all to see.
Ah, esse aí já tinha visto esse diálogo. Ok, vamos lá pra mansão.
Paladins don't need them either. They took the weapons off the dead magisters.
You, eyes over here, yeah? I know she's pretty, but me wife's here to work, not a ghoul cat. Now, what'll it be? You got some fight in ya, then I've got to get it.
Oh, bosta. Aquela porcaria de cachorro sumiu. Toma.
You got some fight in ya, then I've got what you need.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
Que não tinha vindo, né? Interessante.
A visitor. Tell me, do you like puppets?
The toy seller nods and smiles.
Wonderful. Here, take a look at this.
The puppet springs to life.
Impressive, no? There's a lot of craftsmanship in that small package. Quite a lot. Now, what can I do for you? I haven't had many callers of late, what with all the fuss and hubbub that's been going on outside.
Você se pergunta como ele fez a mãe de ganhar vida. Perguntar se é verdade que ele projetou o caminho de sangue na catedral.
Myself and others, some of the finest feats of engineering ever conceived guard the remains of the divine. The path of blood was our masterpiece. Now I'm the last one alive, the last engineer of the cathedral and its secrets. I've retired and found a new calling, these wondrous darlings. One of my late colleagues designed them for the cathedral, little wind-up sentries to guard against intruders. Now I busy myself turning the surplus into toys. It truly feels good to spread a little joy in my twilight years.
Perguntar o que ele pode contar sobre a catedral e o túmulo de luz.
It is a feat of engineering, a modern marvel unmatched in quality anywhere in the realm. I should know, as it is my greatest work to date. But you should broach more practical matters with Lord Protector Ahu, the keeper of the cathedral. You should find him in his chambers there.
Perguntar de onde vem o interesse dele em marionetes.
I love my work. I love the possibilities of it all. The idea of engineering something to perfection. But one aspect always fails me. People. Fallible, mortal, irrational people.
He throws an adoring glance to one of the puppets.
My darlings aren't like that. They are pure and beautiful. They don't make mistakes, and they don't question my desires. I don't need others anymore. I have something better. Source, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit of magic in them. It turns a mere toy into a friend.
Te pergunta como ele evitou a investigação dos mestres, afinal de contas, até recentemente, eles controlavam a cidade.
I'm on good terms with the Divine Order. They know what my work entails. They've even had use for me in the past. I have nothing to fear from them.
Pergunta se não teme que escritores vazios sejam atraídos pelo uso da essência.
Oh, no, not at all. I use only the smallest sprinkle of source in my work. I'd hardly think a Voidwoken would set its sights on me and my darlings. What of it? Consider me at your service if you need anything else.
The puppet looks at you with what almost amounts to curiosity. A faint glow of light is evident behind its painted glass eyes.
not supposed to be here. That's none of your concern. Allow me. This way I can be sure you don't go wandering on your way out. I warned you already. You're not supposed... Allow me. This is your last warning. Allow me.
Intruder! Alarm! Where are the children? Alarm! Intruder!
You shouldn't have come here. Now you leave me with no choice.
Alarm! Alarm! I am alive! Alarm! Alarm! Play with me! Alarm! Fetch Papa! Alarm! Intruder!
You're not supposed to be here. Just what do you think you're... My eye, you got lost. What are you really doing up here? You're nothing but a rotten interloper.
É uma missão com o Mestre dos Brinquedos, mas não sei o que é.
Alarm! 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 Hello? Alarm! Would you like to play? Intruder!
You're not supposed to be here. Just what do you think you're doing? My eye, you got lost. What are you really doing up here? Get out, and don't let me catch you here again. You're positively haunting me with your presence of late. Something I can help you with?
Run away, everyone! Run away! The mist of death! The mist of death! Can't you smell it?
I'm just the one that hammers and such. You want the wet?
Get yourself geared up. You want meat and bread? Head to the sewers. Those fancy dwarves down there are gorging on the good stuff.
The man glowers from under his hood. You can't see his eyes, but you know they are trained on you.
You are equipped well enough for a barroom brawl, my friend, but if you strike from the shadows as effectively as you strike in the light, you may find my supplies invaluable. Is there more on your mind? Come here, stranger.
Not a minute's rest in this depths.
You should be more careful who you cross.
Galera, acho que eu vou dar. Não. Vou me estressar baixo. Já achou o Mestre dos Brinquedos aqui, tá bom.